So how many house is here? We need the key open.
Well, all of them are locked.
Okay.
They're tearing that newer house down. They found this within the walls.
Okay. But this one originally from here from 18 something, right?
This was about 1820s, and they found this in Kingsville.
Oh, and then they brought it here.
Yep, everything that's here was brought here.
Okay.
Like that one right there was brought from Tilbury.
Okay.
It's about an hour from Windsor, I'd say.
So they have to remove any piece of the house and then bring here and assemble this?
Yep. Have you ever heard sleep tight, don't let bed bugs bite? That's kind of when you had a rope bed, you had to keep all your ropes tight.
Because like you put little bugs like those bugs, the bed bugs in the fall.
No, it's because back in the day you used straw like hay. That was your mattress. So there's another saying, don't throw the baby out in the bath water.
They make their house.
It's because the dad would take a bath, the mom, and then all the oldest to the youngest. So sometimes the baby would be taking a bath in dirty water because everyone else took a bath in the same water. So you gotta make sure to not throw the baby out in that water.
I see, yeah.
Put beer campers. What can you use that? What can you use the beer campers for?
Yeah.
What do you use the beer campers for?
They didn't really need to use them for anything, they could have just kept them.
Kind of like decoration.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So the guy who built this house did not want to fight in the American Civil War. He was an American. So instead of fighting, he decided to flee to Canada. And he's what people would call a Yankee skedaddler. Yankee is another word for American, and skedaddler being that they fled. And so he was married in the States, and then he came to Canada and married again. And he had about 4 kids here in Canada.
This is the piano? Yeah. No, but the other key is broken. No, it doesn't work.
Probably not working.
Yeah.
What is it for?
Is this like iron?
Yep, that's an iron. So they would leave it on the stove to heat it up, and then you do all your ironing.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And I personally like.
That would be so helpful.
Is this a weapon?
Yeah.
What?
Is this a weaponry?
That is actually, this place has an upstairs, and that's what that leads to.
You know this
Oh,
one?
wait, like the last
They want, if you want to remember, put your hand in one, put on the here so the.
Toothful. With a shot of whiskey.
What does that do?
Hmm?
What does it do?
That would help clean up the area where you pulled the tooth.
Oh,
It probably would help with the pain.
I just imagine taking a hammer and go like.
Oh, so they like a dentist and then the barber shop is a combo?
Yep, your barber could have also been your dentist, and he could have also practiced bloodletting.
Yeah, maybe the nail shop too. Yeah, it's like
They could have.
What's the way over?
So that would be a light. That would light up. Sorry. The container for this right here.
What are more houses? What are more houses? Like
Here was open from 1840 to 1950. So this side here is and this side here is decorated in the 1950s. Not really. With credit cards, we have our credit card system right here. So there were no credit cards back in the day, but you could keep a tab about how much someone owed. So here it could have been for a different family, or even we have one in here for a public school. And normally, because this area has a lot of farmers, once they would sell all their crops in the fall, they'd be able to pay off their tabs at the store.
Wow.
That is a really expensive gun. The number, I don't know. But I'll tell you something interesting about that gun. Do you see how there's two things at the top there? So there's two hammers, two different triggers, and two different barrels. So all in one gun you have stuff for a rifle and for a shotgun.
And these made fresh.
Maybe about 20 years ago.
Shotful. It's now shotful. Shotgun plus rifle for shotful.
1950s, it was donated back here.
So likeในโคสโก้กันดันไทยเจ้าเอ้ยโน้ตซับนิดyeah.
We're viewfinders. If you look at the very left, and the second thing from the top, it's pretty much the 1950s. The actual name for it is escaping me, but it was often called views from around the world, because if you look through here, you can see this image right here in like a 3D image.
Yeah. Cineplex. This is a Cineplex at that time.
Pretty well. It's pretty much your best way to travel.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of like 3D.
Yeah.
Like a magnet. I mean, no, magnifying glass.
Yep, pretty much. That's how it works. Like say, right now, because of everything going on, we can't go anywhere. You could buy photos from around the world and go on a vacation at home.
From like Japan, and then after that, you, like a blossom tree, and then you could use that to make the blossom tree.
Có đi đi, lần nào anh dẫn Sao river, right?
And in this area, we actually do use for our education program, and kids make candles in here. No, we can't sit on these, but the wooden one, sure. Yep.
So make the candle.
Yeah, so melting the wax in here, and then they'd just be dipping the strings in
Why
here.
does it look like an actual person?
Okay. Who's to say it isn't?
Wait, what is
What is for?
happening?
Tea? Oh, it's make candle here.
So this would have been the sheriff's desk here. Normally there's a typewriter right here. But they've actually opened this up. It wasn't opened up earlier. We have some. Oh, by the Canadian Village again. Don't lock yourself in. I can't promise that I have a key. Actually, when they moved this building here, the foundation of where it originally was. So this goes right down. This one here doesn't have a seat, so they would put this in front of another one, and you would. This person right here. This person right here has the seat for whoever is working right here. And this is a one-room school bed, so you had anywhere from grade 1 to grade 8 in here. Most people did not make it to grade 8 because the boys would oftentimes have to help their fathers at the farm, or the girls would have to help out their mothers at the farm. I would call it more along the lines of distract. Yeah, I think that one goes like. They'll say 1854 or 1851.
So this is the workshop or?
This would be the freight room, so they could have kept or stored anything in here.
Like a storage room.
And a fun fact about this building, they built it in the 1850s, and then in the 1900s, they decided to move it one block over. So they had to pick up this building, put it on the train tracks, and push it down one block.
Oh.
So they pick it up.
They lifted it up and put it, and
They push it up.
want to mess with it too much.
No, it's typewriter.
That is not a typewriter, just remove that machine.
No, it's like a mouse or something like a. Okay. Yeah, he can see it. Yeah.
And that guy in that photo right there, there's an elementary school named after him too, but he was the last person to run this station in 1968.
Oh.
Trudeau was also a prime minister way back when, and his agriculture minister was a man named Eugene Whalen. So this isn't his house, but it is one from his family, like his ancestors lived in this house.
But it's brought here, right? It's not original from here, right?
It was brought here. Everything here was brought here.
That's really
And like the first cabin that we went into, they found this one inside of a house.
not the porch of the letter.
I think the roof would have been redone when they brought it here.
Can we go in?
That one we can't go into.
Oh, okay. Bad face. Bad face.
No, it's just one of our volunteers here is working on making it ready for the public.
This is the license that you had to have a radio in your house.
Oh, at that time we need to have license, right?
Yeah, to have a license, yes. And this is 1928 license for this machine. This
1928.
license came with this machine.
Why would you need a license?
That was just the law.
You got here a transmitter, something like a radio wave transmitter, so we need license. At that time.
In England, you still need a license if